Now I show how to do a 2 cup of very good espresso with Gevi coffee machine. First of all, we need to switch on the machine with the front switch. Is enough push and release. Here, the light corresponding to the power switch on. The second light is the light about the warming. Switch on only when the machine is ready to work. So in this moment is switch off, later become green color. The next things to do is check the water in the water tank. The tank have a handle to remove. When we make this operation, 2 tips. First of all, from this part, that is a valve, maybe can drop a little quantity of water. This is not leakage, it's just because it's a removal part, have a movement, so in the valve maybe have some residual water. The other things is about the valve in the bottom of the machine. Also in this part, if before we already use the machine, there are some residual water that can come out. Also this is not a leakage, it's just need to remember when we already refill the tank, before put in the machine with a map, dry the part. So we refill the tank with clean water. The tank have 2 lines. The water after refill don't need to pass the max level. Then we assembly vertical, check that it fit well in the base of the machine, turn the handle, close the cap. Now we go ahead. The other step is about the funnel. The machine have a 2 part, funnel and a filter, 2 cup, need to assembly. The filter have a point in here, the funnel have a part in here, need to match and then check if it's free to move. We go ahead with the next step. So we take the grinding powder. For the espresso, it's very important which kind of grinding powder we use. First of all, the bean need a blend for espresso. The second is the size of the grinder. The best is fine grinding. In this way we have strong espresso and up a very beautiful crema. That is one of the must things in the espresso. In different case, if we use coarse grinding powder, we don't have the same final resulting cup, because the coarse water, the coarse powder, the water passes too fast when it's inside the funnel. The pressure is low, so the coffee is light, and then also the aspect of the crema is not very beautiful. So we use the fine grinding. For Gevi coffee machine, we suggest, like a reference standard, 1 spoon for 1 cup of coffee. So in this case, we have a filter for 2 cups, we use 2 spoons. We use the other side for temper. The temper need in a flat position. So in the end we have flat, and then the quantity don't need to pass the max level marks in the filter. If there are some residual powder, we must clean because if left in here can damage the part in the machine. We go to assembly. Then full rotate. Very important. Never brew coffee in this position for two reasons. First, we can have some leakage during the brew. The second, very important, if it's not locked well, when we have a high pressure in the funnel, maybe this come out. It's very dangerous. So, full close, lock position. We check the light. Both light, power and warm is switch on, so the machine is ready for brew. We put our cup down. Then we turn the frontal part in the brew position. The machine starts to brew our coffee. This is a manual machine, so when we have the quantity that is okay for espresso, around 30 ml for each cup, we put again the knob in the center position, and we have our cup of good espresso. You can see this is don't worry if you have this problem. The machine is setting for working this way. This is a machine that automatically releases in the drip tray the residual pressure. So we have our cup of espresso. Now this is just a little drop for the residual water. It's also not a problem. We rotate to remove. Okay, here is very strong, no any water, so means that we already use correct quantity, correct size and correct temper. This one we clean through the powder and clean with some water. Then with a map we need to pass here to remove the residual powder. Then if we don't need to use again the machine, we switch off by pushing with the main switch for 5 seconds, push and keep. The light switch off, so the machine is switch off. Don't need every time remove the plug from the